Hey, welcome to my show. This is Cooking with Joe. So today we're looking at Wicked Weed's French Toast Stout. We've also got the barrel-aged version of Wicked Weed's French Toast Stout. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look inside of these beers and we're gonna see what it is that makes them so good. We've got the most incredible vanilla. We've got the most intense cinnamon. And we have got the world's finest Vermont maple syrup. We're gonna tie all those together and we're gonna make some amazing French toast to pair with our French toast stout. So when you're making French toast, there's just a few ingredients. You've got some eggs, you've got some powdered sugar, you've got some fruit, you've got bread, and a little bit of milk and butter. The first thing we need to do though is get some French toast stout in our mouths. The thing I like about this beer is that it's got everything that you want in a stout. It's got a nice malty backbone, it's got some nice sweet vanilla and cinnamon notes to it, but best of all, it just goes down smooth. All right, let's whip this stuff together and get something on the skittle. So the first step, we gotta get everything into the mixing bowl. And I'm talking about eggs, I'm talking about milk, and I'm talking about another little secret ingredient that we'll get to next. So the thing I like to do is crack an egg with my one hand and just see if I can get it right in there. Ah, like a charm. So you get a couple eggs, toss them into your mixing bowl, and then you wanna make sure that you got some half and half or some milk standing by. You get just a little shot of that in there, perfect, okay? And then, we're gonna throw the fruit on here in a little bit, but we gotta mix all this stuff up. So before we do that, I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of my pumpkin pie spice here, get a little shot of that in there, and then we're gonna get a little bit of this ground ginger. Just a little bit goes a long way with the ginger. And then lastly, we've got a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon. You're gonna notice that when you eat it, you get a little sweetness, a little big aroma that reminds you of the holidays, and that's why this is such a good treat this time of year. You mix it around, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of time. A little shot of beer, mix that around in there, and then we're ready to throw these guys on the grill it. So step number 2 is the fun part. We're gonna start getting the French toast onto the griddle or skiddler. So what we need to do is we need to get some butter on here so that we don't burn both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going now. You're gonna hear a little sizzle, make sure that we don't burn anything when we throw it on there. And then we're gonna get our first side wet and on. All right, so we get this first little piece on here. You wanna make sure it's nice and soaked. We've got some good spices. We've got a good egg-milk ratio. And we wanna get it on. We wanna hear that classic sound that you're waiting for. There it is, there it is. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get these on. We're gonna put 4 of them on there. Don't wanna have too much, you can't manage it all. Okay, there's 2. All right, we got 2 more to go. We're gonna get this one on here, okay. Mix it around, make sure you get it nice and saturated there. There's 3, and then we got our last one right here. And this is important because this is when you start your timer. That first one's already cooking, so we wanna make sure that we get it on there in due time. Oh, that's just it's so warm and rich. Oh, that's really good. And here in a second, I'm gonna give it a little check. Hit that flip, we're looking great. This is looking great. So we're gonna go ahead and get on this second guy right there and flip it. Get on this third guy and flip it. I see an eggshell, oops. I'm gonna get this guy on and flip it too. Now we're set. We got about 3 more minutes. We're gonna get some powdered sugar on there, and then we're gonna start with the fruit. But you can't forget, you gotta be drinking while you're cooking. All right, step 3, we're gonna pull these off the skillet, and then we're gonna get them covered in butter and maple syrup. So you're gonna wanna get them right on your plate right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some maple syrup on top because that's gonna hold our powdered sugar. So we get it right over the top there, boom. Now we come over to the powdered sugar. We're gonna put it right into our sifter here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That's looking great, guys. Okay, cool. Last step, blueberries. Don't wanna go light, they're a great antioxidant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect amount every single time. Cheers. So now we're just gonna dig right in here and we're gonna cut up some slices of French toast and see how we did. Nice little cut right there, not too soft. It looks like the insides are nice and cooked there. Let's see how we did. gosh. Oh my gosh. And I'll tell you, with this beer and this meal, I can't think of a better pairing. It's a recipe for success. Next time on Cooking with Joe, we're gonna pair a brisket bourbon barrel aged Doppelbock with Eggs Benedict. Thanks for coming.